Shayla Huiti. So like I said, September 19th. This meadow here is right next to where my dad killed his bull just a couple weekends ago. So right there I'm showing the wind's blowing uphill, or I'm walking with the wind, which is not good, but I'm sure it'll change here later on. So quieted down after this. I think my wind was blowing down towards these elk. This little herd, maybe that was moving into my calls, but I think once that calf or cow, I'm pretty sure it's calf, once it got close enough where it really got a good smell of me, it just turned away when it went back down towards the creek. This here is the sign for swirly wind. A lot of directions it was going, back and forth, side to side. So today, the 20th, I came to this spot. I've been here a couple times, and there's like 3 or 4 really big fresh rubs, like just happened this morning or that night. But you can see how white the meat of the tree is. It's not even brown yet. Super fresh. here, I heard something running above me on this hill to my left. It sounded like it was going from my left to the right. I thought I heard it maybe kick a branch on this second cow call if you listen close. So this is part of my hunt where I'm sure it happens to everybody, but I got called in by a couple dudes, so I chased these guys all over the mountain, a couple different valleys, and go all the way up to a peak and come over to another side, and heard this weird you bugle and knew it was dudes and ended up walking up and talking to them, but yeah, it sucked. I don't know if that one was real or fake, but I think it might have been real, and I see an elk here in a minute. Couldn't help but to laugh there. Now seeing where I'm at, that could have been a bull down there that I was playing with, but I remember this is where I hiked in on those people that were on this ridge here.
chase all morning. It was Dimitri and Eli from Washington. So I was right off the bat. I knew it was people, but I decided I'd go home out and make sure it was people. That's how dedicated I am, baby. Peter's gonna give me one. We're gonna finish out today. Head home. Unless we kill one. And then we're gonna probably head back here Thursday. My wife said it's okay, so we'll finish out the season up here. If we don't get one today, we're probably gonna have it. There's 3 cuts here. I bet they pinched their saw. They didn't even cut it out. Came almost all the way through on that first. Hilarious.
So I'm guessing you could probably tell that I didn't go home yet. I went back to camp, and I think my dad and the couple of dudes he had coming out from Tennessee or whatever to hunt, they showed up. So I figured I'd give it one more day with them, and just to help my dad along the way, helping these 2 hunt. Right here, me and my dad already split up. I took a guy with me, and he took guy Styles, country singer, with him. And anyways, we walked down a little ways, and me and my guy, we got a bugle down here in this valley, maybe a couple different ones. So we crept in probably like 100 yards down off our trail and just did a little calling. Never got anything to come up to us. So on this setup here, we had a bugle down below us too, and we just set up and called for a bit. But after I got bored and turned the camera off, and I got up and started to move, all of a sudden right behind me, he said a cow or a spike was just coming up to the edge of the timber and took off back down the hill.
You can tell how fresh it is. And it's like the same color. And then underneath is like the same color. Yeah. But these here, see how they're pretty pliable. They don't really crack. They're not dry. Yeah, exactly. That was like last night.
So I ended up leaving my camera on this whole time, and it died, and I never put a new battery in while I was heading home to tell you I was heading home. But I headed home, and this next clip you'll see should be the 26th.
Well, what'd you say about right down here? Yeah. That's what I do. How's you doing? Yeah, I saw that. Off the very point. Did you see that? That trail, the poop road, that trail comes up to the point too. Okay, that's what I think. This is the road. We're on a big old cliff. Behind us, 2 meadows. Another up these. So we just park the road on the road next time. We'll just walk this. Fuck yourself. Didn't look like that when I was here. It was a little tiny one and it was clear. There's a little knob right there in the middle. I walked this way. The trail goes that way. But I snuck in this way and sat on that knob, and that's where that cow walked in. Walked right across this way. There used to be a tree stand right in here. I never even saw this. Way less used. They've got this all mud. Look at all the mud. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. was fresh, bro. Here's the trail. What's that? The tree stands. Very cool. These hooks strapped around the tree, and those kept it off the tree. Oh shit. Weird. 2 days left season. Couple homies out here chasing elk. Sucking in real good. That's pretty. That's pretty cool. Here's your hide.
We should have put a camera on it, but the birds would have mashed it out.
Look at it. It's just tore up. His dick's still there.
Still has a dick. See the bear tracks? It looks like elk track right here. Hoofs still look good. Like nothing's really other than birds got to it.
Bear would have pulled it, took it.
Put it somewhere.
They just picked it out.
That's exactly where we left it.
Exactly.
We didn't leave any items.
It hasn't
How they just cleaned it up.
hasn't been moved.
Think about that. There's nothing.
Because we rolled him this way to get the other side.
There's nothing. It's totally, this literally.
The hooves are still.
Fucking hole and the hide looks whole.
Yeah, it's weird.
I should have disconnected the tree stand and moved it over here, but apparently no bears.
See if the GoPro turns off now. Maybe it warmed up a little bit. Had a bull going this morning over there at that meadow where me and my dad, the tree stand meadow, and we anyways, I was on one side, he was on the other. I first came around way deep. I was trying to bugle off down towards those other meadows. There's a couple big ones down low, and this guy bugled off at me, so I headed up the hill, got up next to that tree stand, and I did some calls, and he bugled, and he sounded like he was just across the meadow on the other side, probably like 100 yards or 120, you know, 100 on 150, somewhere in there. And I just was calling for a bit, and he bugled again, and I thought it sounded like he was kind of working his way up the meadow there, so I started working my way up the side of the meadow, and his last bugle, it was turned away. It sounded like it was heading back, so I just cut straight across the meadow, did some calling. I think he bugled one more time, but it was way further off. I sat there for a good like 30 minutes, waiting, not hearing nothing. So I cruised down to those big meadows, or started heading that way, and heard a bugle. It was with a bunch of cow calls too, so I thought person, and I threw out some cow calls, and I think bugled again, and so I waited, and then I bugled, and it bugled again. And I was like, well, maybe not. So I worked my way down towards those meadows, and I think I might have only heard him bugle one more time. Sounded like it went around that corner where me and my dad lost those bulls yesterday. Not lost them, but where they walked to. And so, yeah, I sat there for a while and listened. Fucking woodpeckers are going crazy today. Cool looking ones with the big old red head, all black body and just red on top, little mohawks. They're fucking thumping everything, so you'd hear thump, thump, thump. And be like, and then you start hearing like, fuck, dude, them fucking woodpeckers going crazy. But yeah, it's pretty early still on Sunday, but you know, I've been out here for a long time, and my dad's been out here quite a long time, and he's been tagged out, you know, for 2 weeks. So he just comes out here for fun and for helping us, so pretty thankful for him for that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back, head back here. We'll probably get back, it's like, I don't know, 10:30 probably. And yeah, we'll start getting ready to go, and so we get back at a decent time and back home. It's like a 6-hour trip, maybe 7. And up in the mountains, like 7 until you get down to the freeway, you know, or an extra hour is what I mean. But yeah, so yeah, I think I'm sponsored by Nomad, so thank you, Nomad. This video is sponsored by Nomad. Styles, he showed up to elk camp with a box of, you know, a big old cardboard box of fucking Nomad camo, so hooked me and my dad up. Pretty badass. Pretty fortunate for that. But yeah, kept me warm, and yeah, we got a coat, a beanie, and some pants, and then Styles gave me this hat. Oh, God's grocery store. Yeah, so that's the end of Archery 2024. Been 4 years, no tag filled for me, but that's okay. You know, I do feel like failure. Probably shouldn't feel good about not, you know, not killing something. You shouldn't feel like, oh yeah, fucking, but I worked hard, you know, so you should be proud about that. Experience, cool stuff happened. Had that one bull come in, he was fucking screaming just on the other side of the trees. I'm pretty sure he was raking a tree. That was really cool. But you know, just, you gotta take your successes where you can, and I feel like that was successful some spots. But you know, you can't kill one every time. That's why they call it hunting. That's why I keep hearing, but still don't feel the greatest about it. But you know, gotta be happy where you can. Fucking a couple times it happened, bugles and stuff, and you just can't even wipe the grin off your face. You're smiling so hard. So that was cool. We'll be back next year. We'll give it another shot. We'll see what happens. Alright, got a lot of tribal tags. I still got my deer tag for this next month. And yeah, so we'll be out hunting still all year long till the new year. But off to do. I hope everybody's lucky out there. Whatever you want to call your luck. I hope some people got some kills. Anybody watching my videos, I hope y'all got some kills. But yeah, off to do. I'll see you later.